Attention, Barcelona fans. Today the Ter Stegen case is heating up more than ever. Picture this, a goalkeeper, a club legend, determined to stay despite the headwinds. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, with his iconic gloves and determined gaze, remains attached to FC Barcelona, like a captain refusing to abandon his ship in the midst of a storm. However, Hansi Flick, the coach, does not count on him in his plans for the upcoming season. Tensions are rising, rumors are amplifying, and the club finds itself in a delicate situation. Ter Stegen, with his high salary and performances marked by pride and rebellion, has created friction within the Barcelona management, which is beginning to lose patience. But Ter Stegen insists on staying, like a rock against the crashing waves. Ter Stegen, a Barcelona legend with 11 seasons at the club, the goalkeeper of the last treble, a European champion, a champion of everything, still has 3 years left on his contract. When you have a legend who still has 3 years on his contract, you must handle the situation with sensitivity, respect his career, and respect him as a professional. Imagine for a moment, Ter Stegen, standing in goal, arms raised after a crucial victory, his face covered in sweat and determination. This goalkeeper has given everything for the club, and he deserves to be treated with the respect he has earned on the field. If Barcelona wants to recruit another goalkeeper, fine, but they must try to find a consensus solution with him, tackle the issue head-on from the very beginning to try to find a satisfactory solution for him and for the club. Hansi Flick, the German coach with a piercing gaze, and his technical team, with the goalkeeper coach at the head of this specific department, have already communicated directly to Ter Stegen that he would not be counting on him. We remember last season when Hansi Flick stood at the press conference, microphone in hand, and confidently declared, "It's going to be Chesney, my goalkeeper, no matter what." These words resonated like a sledgehammer for Ter Stegen, who saw himself relegated to the bench without mercy. Iñaki Peña, for his part, knows what to expect and could even leave the club, seeking new challenges elsewhere. Joan Garcia, the new goalkeeper, wore the number 1 during the Asian tour, while Ter Stegen was recovering from surgery in the lumbar region. Garcia, young and talented, represents the future of the club. However, the future of Ter Stegen, the iconic captain, remains a mystery. He has distanced himself from the club, like a ghost wandering the corridors of the Camp Nou, haunted by the controversy surrounding his time off. Chesney, on the other hand, would use his number 25, the same as last season, a symbol of continuity and stability. While waiting to resolve the Ter Stegen case, Garcia could take the number 13, which would be available after the departure of Iñaki Peña this summer, thus marking the beginning of a new era for Barcelona's goalkeepers. The situation is clear. Barcelona must handle this matter delicately. Ter Stegen has been an important figure, a hero to the fans, an impenetrable wall in goal. But now, the club must think about the future, about rebuilding, about creating a new team capable of dominating Europe. Barcelona has found an opportunity to recruit the best goalkeeper of the coming years, a promising young talent who could lead the club to new heights. If Ter Stegen comes here and we pay his release clause of 25 million, it is for him to be a starter, to be the leader on and off the field. However, the club's behavior, pushing Ter Stegen towards the exit, seems unworthy of his legend. The German national team has spoken out on the Ter Stegen case, adding an international dimension to this saga. Andreas Rettig, sports director of the German national team, gravely declared, "I hope that his merits will be taken into account." These words resonate as a call to reason, a reminder of Ter Stegen's accomplishments, not only for Barcelona but also for the national team. It is a World Cup year, a tournament where dreams come true and legends are forged. Ter Stegen had finally earned his place as a starter ahead of Neuer in the German national team, a monumental achievement for any goalkeeper. It is crucial that his merits are taken into account, whether for the national team or for Barcelona, a club that has been his home for over a decade. The situation is complex, a real headache for Barcelona's management. There will be no winners in this affair, only difficult compromises and painful decisions. Barcelona will lose money because they have a player who will no longer play, no matter what. The club's finances, already under severe strain, will suffer another blow. You are squandering a lot of money, both in terms of salary mass and having to pay a player who will no longer set foot on the Camp Nou pitch. It is a tragic situation, a monumental waste for a club of Barcelona's stature. La Liga and the Royal Spanish Football Federation have announced the new members of the Professional Competition Arbitration Committee, a decision that could have repercussions on the field. Fran Soto Balearic, Gregorio Manzano Ballesteros, and Fernando Teixeira Vicines are the elected members, respected figures in Spanish football. The representative of the Royal Spanish Football Federation will be Soto Balearic, who will serve as president of the Professional Competition Arbitration Committee, a crucial role in ensuring the fairness and transparency of matches. Barcelona has won 17 matches, drawn 13 times, and lost 4 times with a Cantabrian referee, a record that shows the importance of refereeing in the club's performances. Another change approved by La Liga and the Federation has been the elimination of fines for referees in case of refereeing errors. This decision, which could ease tensions on the field, marks a significant turning point in the management of football matches in Spain. Imagine for a moment referees, freed from the burden of financial sanctions, being able to officiate with more serenity and confidence. This measure, although proposed under the former Professional Competition Arbitration Committee led by Luis Medina Cantalejo, represents a step forward towards fairer and more transparent football. Mistakes, inevitable in any human activity, will no longer be punished with fines but treated as opportunities for learning and improvement. Similarly, there will no longer be any challenges to referees, meaning that no team can object to a referee officiating their matches on the grounds of having been wronged in previous games. This bold decision shows the willingness of La Liga and the Federation to modernize Spanish football, making it fairer and more respectful for all clubs. Referees, often criticized and sometimes unfairly blamed, can now practice their profession without the constant fear of reprisals or unfounded suspicions. This is a major advancement for the integrity and credibility of the Spanish championship. However, while La Liga and the Federation strive to modernize football, FC Barcelona, one of the most emblematic clubs in the world, faces its own challenges. Barcelona has not yet been able to register all its players for the new season, a situation that adds a layer of complexity to an already tumultuous period. This inability to finalize registrations means that the club has not been able to announce what the official jersey numbers will be that the players will wear this season. A detail that may seem minor but holds great symbolic importance for fans eager to know the numbers of their idols. For now, the club continues to work tirelessly to return to the 1:1 rule, a key condition for resolving all pending issues. This rule, which stipulates that the club must have €1 of revenue for each euro of expenditure, is crucial for ensuring Barcelona's financial stability. In this regard, several measures have been taken to improve the club's economic situation. The agreement with the Democratic Republic of Congo, the departure of some players, and the sale of the exploitation rights for 475 VIP seats at the Spotify Camp Nou have provided welcome financial relief, a breath of fresh air for a club in difficulty. In fact, Barcelona's management hopes to receive the green light this week from its auditor, CRO Spain, and La Liga for this operation, a sign that things could finally start to improve. This validation would be a crucial step for the club, allowing it to turn a difficult page and focus on the future. Fans, eager to see their favorite team regain its past glory, are hopefully awaiting this decision, which could mark the beginning of a new era for FC Barcelona. In this context of renewal, LAMINE Yamal, the club's young prodigy, left the number 19 to take the number 10 vacated by Ansu Fati. This symbolic change, much more than a simple jersey adjustment, marks the beginning of a new era for Barcelona. Yamal, with his raw talent and unwavering determination, embodies the future of the club, a glimmer of hope in a dark period. At just 16 years old, this young Catalan player has already shown early signs of his immense potential, captivating fans with his daring dribbles and exceptional vision of the game. Not only has Yamal's impact with the number 10 jersey been significant in the media, but it has also been economically substantial. In the first few hours that the jersey was available, Nike sold over 70,000 units worldwide, an impressive figure that testifies to the fans' enthusiasm for this young talent. The first global batch sold out in a few days, a sign that Yamal has already become an icon for Barcelona supporters. For now, it is not known who will take the number 19 that the young star of the Blaugrana club has just left, but one thing is certain: the future of Barcelona is in good hands. Among other key players at Barcelona, Marcus Rashford, the English striker with a charismatic smile, wore the number 19 while playing for Manchester United but opted for the number 14 upon his presentation at Barcelona. This change of number surprised many fans, accustomed to seeing Rashford wear the number 19 with brilliance. With his undeniable talent and natural charisma, Rashford is a major asset for the club, a player capable of scoring decisive goals and inspiring his teammates. His arrival at Barcelona was hailed as a masterstroke, strengthening the club's attack and bringing a new dimension to its game. Another promising young talent, Swedish player Rooney Bargi, wore the number 19 in matches in Korea and Japan. However, his future at Barcelona remains uncertain, as it is not known whether he can be registered in the first team due to the salary margin. For the moment, he has a reserve team record due to his age, but his impressive performances during the pre-season have caught the attention of fans and the media. Bargi, with his technical play and vision of the game, represents the future of the club and could well become a star of European football in the years to come. Other numbers that would be free are the number 18, used by Pau Victor, which could be used by Gerard Martin in honor of his idol Jordi Alba. This symbolic change, paying homage to one of Barcelona's most emblematic players, shows the continuity and tradition of the club. Gerard Martin, a young talented defender, has the potential to become a pillar of the team, following in the footsteps of his idol and bringing new energy to Barcelona's defense. Finally, the number 22 could be worn by Marc Bernal, a promising young talent who represents the future of Barcelona. This last number has been vacant since the 2022 season, an opportunity for Bernal to make club history and become a legend in his own right. Bernal, with his intelligent play and ability to read the game, has already shown signs of his immense potential, captivating fans with his impressive performances in the reserve team. His rise to the first team would be a further sign of the club's confidence in its young talents and its willingness to build a competitive team for the years to come.